We don't got all your negotiating done. That's right. We'll swear you back in. He wants to speak every time I come in the room. I don't know. So we'll suspend the reading of the minutes for right now till we get a quorum, and then anything we'll do will be informational only for the time being. And then if we if we get a quorum, we'll continue to go through and we'll back up and get those things. So at this time, Madam Chair, will you call the roll?
Senator Girdler, Senator Maiden, Senator Thomas, Representative Petrie.
Here.
Representative Stalker, Representative Thomas.
Present.
Co-Chair Funky Fromeyer, Chair McPherson.
Here. Okay, so again, I said we don't have a quorum at this time, but we anticipate getting one. Catherine, if you'll go ahead and give us an update on.
There are 6 information items to report. Pursuant to KRS 4352E, the Auditor of Public Accounts completed its lease law compliance examination and did not report any findings. Pursuant to KRS 45760 sub 5, the University of Kentucky reported medical equipment purchases. Pursuant to KRS 45812.1, through their fiscal agents, 3 school districts, none of which needed additional tax levies to pay debt service, reported upcoming bond issues to finance new projects. The school districts were Knox County, Owensboro Independent, and Davis County and Spencer County. Pursuant to KRS 45A 77.6, Western Kentucky University reported its intent to use a public-private partnership project delivery method to redevelop its housing inventory. Pursuant to House Bill 6, the Kentucky Communications Network Authority submitted its quarterly status reports. Eastern Kentucky University and the University of Louisville reported various House Bill 1 reallocations and new House Bill 6 allocations, and the Kentucky Community and Technical College System reported a new House Bill 1 allocation.
Okay, do any of the members have any questions concerning any of these projects? They are here, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Representative Thomas. Yeah.
So as they were bidding out the P3 project, and I'm not sure who might answer this.
Yeah, so is Miss Anderson, are you here? Yes. So if you come to the table and turn your mic on, make sure your green button's green, and introduce yourself for the record, and then we'll go ahead with his question.
Andrea Anderson, General Counsel at WKU.
Thank you. I just had a question. So how many responses to the RFP did y'all receive?
We received 6 qualified
6?
Responses to the RFQ process.
RFQ, I'm sorry, yeah.
Yes, and from that list of 6, we narrowed the field to 4 for the RFP process.
Gotcha. All right. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And I will, Jennifer Smith, she's on Zoom also if anybody has any questions, if I have anything else. So go ahead.
Thank you. So somewhat tongue-in-cheek, but it's a real question. This is a P3 that we're talking about, is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. Who's supposed to pay the taxes on the property?
The taxes on the property.
The real estate taxes?
I can't answer that question. We don't
check and make sure we know.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll certainly do that.
Yeah.
We don't currently own the property that the residence halls are on.
There's been a recent issue that's popped up about P3s and who has to pay real estate taxes.
Okay.
I want to make sure you know up front rather than finding out after the fact.
We'll do that, certainly. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you.
Any other questions? So I know we've had concerns about this, and I know these housing issues have come up, and we're trying to address those, and maybe who owns the Student Life Foundation. Do you all? So is that a 501c3 among themselves? Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah. So they are currently the ones that own this property.
Yes, they've owned the property since 2000.
Since 2000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they've owned it a number of years.
Yes.
And they're the ones that built these 2 structures that are in question. And
3, yes, that's correct.
Is there 3? Yeah.
3 of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they are working to mitigate that and to work that out and figure out the process.
The Student Life Foundation voted last spring to raise or demolish one of those halls, and that will occur at the end of the academic year. The other 2 hulls, they are actively working to mitigate, to repair those hulls with the anticipated completion for fall of 27.
27.
Yes, so part of the P3 process will entail having a third-party construction manager from the P3 partner to oversee those repairs to make sure that they're done to the satisfaction of the partner and the university.
Correct. Okay. And there's been quite a bit of reporting on this and quite a bit of oversight and quite a bit of trying to figure out maybe how it was done and what went awry maybe and what can be done to change that in the future. Is that correct?
That's correct. We are seeking national expertise in these areas through the P3 partner.
Okay. Jennifer, since you're on, do you have anything you'd like to add?
I don't. Andrea is definitely the expert in this area, but thank you for allowing me to be on Zoom today with my other commitments I had this morning. I appreciate you allowing me to do that.
No, we thank you and hope everything goes well at home, and we appreciate you making an effort to.
We're good. We're home. We're resting. So all good.
Yeah, I think her husband. She had to be with her husband this morning. She said that she could drive up here, and I said no. You be on Zoom, and if there's any questions, and as you see, I think right now we don't have a quorum, so there's the questions are who's going to ask the questions. So anyway, we sure appreciate it. If nobody else has any questions, we'll relieve you of. Appreciate you coming and testifying before us.
Happy to do so. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Ms. Thomas is here in person, and she is to present agenda number 4, a new project requiring action and a pool allocation requiring no action. So we'll take up the one with action first, and then we will. I guess we won't vote on that right now until we get a quorum. So we'll just hear that, and we will roll on through to the other one. And if we back up and if we get a quorum, we'll back up and vote.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Janice Thomas, Deputy State Budget Director. I have 2 projects before you, as you mentioned. The first one is the Tourism, Arts, and Heritage Cabinet, Department of Fish and Wildlife Resources, Mount River Farms Property Acquisition Project in the amount of $1,110,000, funded 100% from the Pittman-Robertson Wildlife Restoration Federal Grant. This project is to purchase 1,074.58 acres in Wayne County, providing the public a place for hunting, fishing, and wildlife watching. The authority for this project is pursuant to KRS 45.760(7). Next, you want me to move on?
Yes, ma'am.
Next is a pool project in excess of $1 million pursuant to the authority in the budget bill. Part 2, paragraph 4, is the Justice and Public Safety Cabinet, Department of Corrections, Luther Luckett Correctional Complex, various roof replacements. This project's in the amount of $1,247,413, funded from the 24-26 maintenance pool. This project is to replace the roofs at 8 buildings at Luther Luckett. The roofs have deteriorated and beyond repair and require full replacement.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions? No questions. So at this time, we do not have a quorum, so we won't do any voting on action of the first one. So I guess if we have nothing else to add, we'll roll on to the next.
Okay. Well, if you don't call me back to the table, I wish y'all happy holidays, Thanksgiving, safe travels. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Sandy Williams, and I think she's on remote. She's here remotely today to talk about item 5A. It's 6 loans and 4 clean water project grant reallocation requiring action. Again, since we don't have a quorum, we'll just let you speak to those as an informational item at this time. And if we get a quorum, we'll back up and may go back and vote on them while we're still here in the meeting. If we need one more person to have a quorum. Go ahead if you don't care. Introduce yourself, and the floor is yours.
Thank you, Chair McPherson and members of the committee. I'm Sandy Williams, Executive Director with the Kentucky Infrastructure Authority. Pursuant to KRS 224A100, the authority does have 6 loans, as you stated, and 4 grants for the committee's review today. First up, from our Clean Water State Revolving Fund, the Adair County Water District has a Fund A loan increase of $267,225. This is for their Phase 24 wastewater system improvements and upgrade project. The original loan was approved by the KIA board on March 7th, 2024, and the increase brings their total KIA loan amount to $2,939,475. The increase is due to bids coming in higher than the amount originally budgeted, with no additional work being added. The project will replace the undersized Burkesville Road and Walmart lift stations, as well as installing a new force main. The original terms and conditions remain the same. This will be a 20-year loan with a 1.25% interest rate, and this increase was approved as an executive director level increase pursuant to 200 KAR 17050, Section 7, Part 6. Next, from Fund A, the City of Litchfield's Fund A Planning and Design Loan in the amount of $1,873,142 is for their Litchfield wastewater plant project. The purpose of the funding is for planning and design of a new 3 million gallon per day wastewater treatment plant to replace the city's existing facility. Planning and design loans are offered as 5-year loans, and this loan has a 2.75% interest rate and was approved at the November 6th KIA board meeting. Next, also with our Clean Water State Revolving Fund, the City of Louisa has a Fund A loan in the amount of $4,858,207 for their wastewater treatment plant project. A new 1 million gallon per day wastewater treatment plant will be constructed to replace the existing 0.75 million gallon per day plant that is aging and has reached its operational design lifespan. This 30-year loan will have an interest rate of 1%, and this loan was approved at the November 6th KIA board meeting. Moving on to our Infrastructure Revolving Fund program, we call it Fund B. The Southeastern Water Association's Fund B loan in the amount of $617,823 is for their 2023 various water line upgrades project. This project will replace existing undersized water lines in service areas that are struggling to keep up with customer demand. The project consists of replacement of water lines along US 27, Heather Way, Kentucky 769, Mayfield School Road, Mark Welborn Road, and Broyles Road. This 20-year loan has an interest rate of 1.75% and was approved at the November 6th KIA board meeting. And from our Drinking Water State Revolving Fund, we call that Fund F, the City of Harlan has a loan increase request of $1,463,000 for their water treatment plant and raw water intake project. The original loan was approved by the KIA board on January 7th, 2021. This will bring their total KIA loan amount to $4,012,645. This increased request is due to several delays over the years, limited responses from bidders, and bids coming in higher than the amount originally budgeted. No additional work is being funded. The proposed project does include numerous upgrades to both the raw water intake and upgrades at the plant itself. The city's existing 1,000-gallon storage tank at the water treatment plant site will also be painted. This remains a 30-year loan with a 0.25% interest rate and was approved at the November 6th KIA board meeting. The final loan today is from the City of Flatwoods. Their loan is in the amount of $373,000 for the Flatwoods Clay Street waterline replacement and Kentucky 207 interconnect project. This project includes replacement and extension of the city's existing water distribution system. New water lines will be installed along Kentucky 207, and one new interconnection between the city of Flatwoods and the city of Greenup will also be created. This 20-year loan has a 1.75% interest rate and was approved at the November 6th KIA board meeting. For the 4 grants that we have today, one grant is from round 1 of the Cleaner Water Program that was appropriated under Senate Bill 36 of the 2021 session. There's one water grant, which is a reallocation from the unserved allocation pool. The other 3 grants are from round 2 of the Cleaner Water Program, appropriated under House Bill 1 of the 2022 session. One of the reallocations, so all 3 are from the county allocation pool. One is a sewer grant, and 2 of those reallocations are water grants, and I would be happy to answer any questions.
All right. Does anyone remember we have any questions concerning those 10 different projects? We do. Representative Preacher.
Thank you. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good, sir. How are you?
Doing well. City of Harlan project, just a couple of questions. It looks like it's a 30-year setup, which looks a little longer than most we see. And then I also noticed that there's a special condition that was reported, resolution demonstrating an intent to increase revenues. Can you tell us why that's set up between those 2 factors, what's causing the concern or what's being addressed, and why we're having to do that?
Yes, sir. Very astute as always. You always pick up the nuances.
Sorry.
So the here at KIA, we offer both 20-year and 30-year loan terms. And so 20 years is a standard term. The 30-year rate is offered to utilities that meet the disadvantaged community criteria, which gives them a little bit, and we would not offer that 30-year term if the design life of the asset did not extend up to that 30 years.
Gotcha.
Correct.
So that's part 1. And then I'm sorry. What's the second part, please?
The special condition, as I understand it, there's a resolution probably by the city of Harlan or the district to increase revenues required to maintain a 1-to-1 debt ratio, coverage ratio.
Yes, thank you for the reminder. So technically, maintaining adequate rates to repay the debt is a standard condition under both the terms of the commitment letter that we send to each borrower, and then it is also a standard condition of the loan agreement itself. And from time to time, we will accentuate that fact that we believe that a utility needs a rate increase to maintain our board's policy of a 1.1 coverage ratio. So we added that as a special condition to accentuate the fact that they have to meet the standard condition.
So letting your rates float toward the bottom or stagnate is not acceptable. You're going to have to let them float as necessary to support your operational debt in this particular instance.
Yes, sir.
Secondly, do you also check to make sure their rates are floating sufficiently to account for depreciation issues on the remainder of their system?
We require our borrowers to submit to us after they sign the loan agreement updated financial statements on a regular period. So, and I say it that way because not all municipal systems are required to produce annual audits. The law allows for smaller cities to produce audits every other year instead of every year. So we follow that law, and then we evaluate their financial position when they send their financial statements to us.
So would that ostensibly include an analysis of their depreciation?
We do look at the amount of depreciation they have, but we do not include depreciation in the calculation of their cash flow.
Gotcha. And just to make sure, so the resolution for special accentuation of the need to maintain the debt ratios, that would be separate and apart from any rate increase necessary to accommodate depreciation in the system in its entirety.
Correct.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Yes. Anybody else? Any other? If not, if you could just stay on till the end of the meeting, and we'll see if we have anybody else show up. But right now, we do not have a quorum, so it'll be informational only, and we'll tell you accordingly. So I appreciate you. Appreciate your testimony.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, ma'am. All right. We're rolling on now. So, Mr. Starkweather coming to the table and is here in person, and agenda number 5B and 5C, a new debt issuance, and 5 SFCC debt issues requiring action, and 3 previous debt issues requiring no action. So current time it'll be information only, and we won't be doing any voting on either one. So if you want to, just why don't you stop in the ones that are requiring action, and then we'll ask if there's any questions, and then we'll go to the ones that do not require action, if that's okay.
Yes, sir.
Introduce
We'll
yourself
do
for the
that.
record, and it's yours.
Okay. Steve Starkweather, Deputy Executive Director, Kentucky Office of Financial Management. The first item, this is one that does require an approval. It's the Kentucky Economic Development Authority revenue bonds, the Common Spirit Health. This is a refunding of $52.7 million of outstanding mandatory term bonds. These are also known as the 2011 bonds for this entity. These bonds are not a liability or obligation of the Commonwealth. Any questions on that one?
Do we have any questions? Questions?
Okay.
Go ahead.
The next 3 are informational items. I'll just roll right through them.
Okay.
First, the issuance of the Kentucky Housing Corporation conduit multifamily revenue bonds, Campbellview Apartments, Series 2025A and 2026B. This was a conduit transaction and not a liability of the Commonwealth. Equaled $9.2 million in West Kentucky. This is one of those multifamilies we've spoken about.
Correct.
Next, the issuance of the Kentucky Housing Corporation Single-Family Mortgage Revenue Series 2025E for $50 million of tax-exempt bonds, 2025F for $25 million of taxable bonds. This provided over $75 million to support the KHC homebuyer program. Single-family residences on that one. Western Kentucky University issued $7,775,000 of 2025 Series A bonds. This was authorized in Senate Bill 25 of the 2025 regular session. This was a competitive transaction that closed on October 30th, 2025, and achieved a 3.988 all-in tick. So that's it for the informational items.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? If you don't, I was going to ask you, on these multiple family units, these bids, are they coming in a little better than we hoped? Are they same, or so maybe getting some information back on some of those?
I'd probably have to refer you back to KHC in that relation, but the one thing that we've talked about is that these are developer financed projects.
Correct.
So we're not, in my knowledge, we're not technically receiving bids per se. It's not a fee for service type arrangement. It's more of the developer comes builds, and then we get the benefit of the multifamily.
So do we track their cost of going in, or their costs going up or down, or do we track?
No, sir. That's the developer's cost. That is not our obligation. We don't have any authority over that.
So really, when we do it, we're locked in to where we're at, and we're just agreeing to go. And
well, I would characterize it as it increases housing supply in areas that it's definitely necessary, if not but for another means, would not get done.
Well,
that
point taken. I understand. Just say there's just no opportunity to see an increase or decrease in market supply or demand, or the product or the bids. There is no bidding process, so we don't have an opportunity to have savings, is what I'm saying.
Well, I don't want to go on record as saying there's no bidding process, because I can't speak to that. What I can say is that more than likely you would not get the units online if you didn't have this mechanism.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying, there's no opportunity at this point in time to get more units online for the same amount of money because we're not bidding them, is what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, no, sir, I don't believe there is.
Yeah, I'm glad we're getting units online, and I appreciate the units. I appreciate the process of I wish we had a little bit tighter process and a better process that we could put more units for the same amount of money and be closer to the market. I appreciate it.
I understand. Housing is a big issue.
It is, and you sit on the task force and try to get more and more, and you wonder, where millions and millions are going. We're just trying to do the best we can for the bang for our buck.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, sir.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm sorry. Okay. What about do we have more items?
Yes, sir. We've got SFCC.
Okay, the FS. I'm sorry. That's what she was pointing at. And I'm like, I've lost. Yeah, go ahead then. Go ahead.
Okay.
With the other items.
And I was going to save this till the end, but all projects are 100% instructional and require no tax increases. And I do think that kind of the understanding on that is some of these projects have been years in the making. So, But yeah, we did have 4 new money transactions: Allen County for $870,000, Floyd County for $3 million, Jackson County for $350,000, Murray Independent for $622,000, and one refunding that was Whitley County with a $7.85 million, generating $245,000 in net present value savings.
Okay. Any other questions? If not, I appreciate your time. We do not have a quorum, and that's why I made it a little discombobulated there. We're not going through exactly the process, and I think the process will be that we'll send out a letter explaining that we did not have a quorum. And go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm not sure why we don't have a quorum, but I don't know if it's a scheduling misunderstanding or something else. Do you want, and if it may be, do you want to recess for a bit?
I can.
As opposed to adjourn,
yes.
And then if it need be, I think you can come back in and adjourn the meeting by yourself if we're not needed to be back down here.
That'd be great. No, that'd be fine if you all want to hang around or do anything for questions, and we can recess for a period of time. We said that we thought that there was at least 2 more in the building. I think maybe the Senate just did not get the memo.
I don't know.
But we will. I will entertain a motion to recess at this time.
I move that we recess, and I don't know that it's necessary for anybody to stay, but we can take up the vote. Information has been given, but recess until such time as we can either call a quorum within a reasonable amount of time or move straight to adjournment.
Okay, and so that doesn't need to be voted on. That's so moved, and we'll do that, and so we'll stand at recess. I don't know. I think so.
She's on the phone right now.
So then we'll have to run through all of those that we'll have to slow down.
We
What
can.
would we have to do?
We can just. They don't have to present again.
No.
Only if.
If there's questions, they would be here for. But he said we don't even have to stay if we don't choose to, so.
Yeah, Maiden are.
They were in meetings before this, so before we got in, Senator Maiden was. Well, we knew Gerlin they weren't going to be here.
Funky Fromeyer already said no, so
We knew they weren't going to be here.
it was Maiden that we were counting on, and no, he RSVP'd yes, and then we called the Senator Thomas, and he was.
just get everybody's attention just a second. Senator Thomas is making his way in. He thought the meeting was at 1 o'clock, so we will have a quorum here just in a second. And when he comes in the room, we will pass the minutes, and then we'll ask for a vote on the action items. So if there's anybody have any questions, we'll let him or discuss that. And so I appreciate y'all's patience.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chair.
You're fine. All right, we have a quorum, and I will call our meeting back to order. And so the first item of business, now we have a quorum. I will entertain a motion for the approval of the minutes of the last meeting.
So moved.
All right, I've got a motion. Do I hear a second?
I second.
Yeah, we got a second now. So we got a motion and a second. Do we have anybody that objects? If not, we'll consider the minutes passed. So we can now. So what we've done, we've heard all the testimony. We've had a few questions, but not a lot of questions, Senator. So everybody, I think, still here. If you have anybody you want to bring up in question, but we can take one vote on all action items at one time, if that's okay. But you can ask any questions you choose to if you want to.
Well, I'm going to move in interest of time because people have been waiting a long time that we just consolidate all the votes into one single vote.
Okay, so I'll have a motion that we take all the action items.
I'll second that.
I'll second that. I've listened to all the information.
Well, Rob, should I vote yes? Should I vote yes?
Yes, sir. So, Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Senator Girdler, Senator Maiden, Senator Thomas,
Aye.
Representative Petrie,
Yes.
Representative Stalker,
Yes.
Representative Thomas,
Yes.
Co-Chair Funky Fromeyer, Chair McPherson.
Yes. So all those information items did pass and are approved. So we got our meeting completed, and the next meeting will be. Everybody bring a Christmas present. I think the next one will be December the 16th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and no pun intended. And I will still be here doing the same thing. I'll be chairing it again. So thank you so much. I appreciate you getting here.
I will be mindful of me.
No.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. We got it done, and we stand adjourned. Thank you.